Hello. You're alive. But haven't been able to get my list to work yet. It's like a million pixels away. I'm gonna have to just delete it. Remove it. Make it again. Text. Okay. File. That one. There we go. That's gigantic. Don't want that. Not yet. This is what I'm looking for. But it's gonna be smaller. There we go. Let's do that. Properties. Save that. Over here, let's get some opacity. There we go. Okay. That should work. All right. I gotta go grab my box. All right. Here we go. Box acquired. Just to show, it is not opened yet. Leave this somewhere I can see it. Because we're going to need some help with these. I mean, primarily we're looking for silver. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out. The rest of it, though, I'm going to have to do some serious research on, because I am not well versed in dimes. Adjust my camera here a little bit. There we go. Alright. Just a second. Get into this in a moment. Okay. That is off. Over here. Let's look at this. Okay. Turn that off. Go here. And we're going to crack into this in just a moment. trying to find this keyframe thing so the YouTube stops yelling at me here. Output maybe? It's bit rate and stuff. Stream. Snafu. Excuse me. Advance maybe? Recording video. Stream delay. No, that all seems fine. Is it a setting in YouTube maybe? No. Unless it's here. No. YouTube's no help. Alright, regardless, that's fine. We're just gonna crack into a nickel box here. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but I can definitely tell you there are nickels in here, or dimes in here. I'm gonna have nickels on my brain this whole time. That's all I've been searching. Which I did pick up another box of those today, so plenty to do. I know that I'm looking for basically bright and shiny. That's what's, silver is going to look kind of white. 70. That's about all I know about it though. And I also know that it's 64 and older. So, that being said, let's leave my box, kind of like that. And let's start looking, I guess. Can't learn until I do, so. I mean, I could sit here and research all day, but I have my list up of things I'm looking for. I'm going to be looking at the edges, and from what I know, silver should jump out at you fairly easily. It should not be hard to spot at all. So we're going to do that. Oh, and I'm also looking for foreigns. Anything interesting like that. I should add that to my list. Just in case. And foreigns. Safe. There it is. Perfect. Okay. That is what we are looking for. So it's going to be a little bit slow at the start here while I figure out what I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to bring us down for this stream a bit closer so we can see what's going on. Just since it's smaller denomination, I want everyone to be able to take a look here and see. I'm going to turn me down a little bit. -4 maybe. 3.5. That's probably pretty good, right? Okay. Let's try that. I'll go down to 4. So I'm going to be kind of taking my time looking at these to start off while I figure this out. Just so I get the hang of what I'm doing. Because I am actually looking for specific dates as well, so we're going to have to get down and dirty here, kind of close up. We're going to be looking for 2009s. I also have to pay attention to 1982. It's going to be the other thing I'm looking for. So 09s, 2024s, 82, an 80. It's an 83. 65, we were close. You know what, we'll keep first years, why not? You gotta collect something, you know, I gotta keep it interesting. 2019. That's a 93. I already forgot what I'm looking for. 82s. Shouldn't be too hard. And we're also looking at the mint marks, looking for proofs, anything like that. So as a newbie, I'm going to be slow here. You have to be patient with me. And I'm hoping that proofs will kind of jump out at me like they do for nickels. And that'll be how I find those. Ooh, I'm going to bump this camera a lot being right here, aren't I? Hopefully not. 99. It's a 68. 21. And I'm sure when we find a silver, it'll just jump right out. But until then, I'm going to be looking a little close. I'm also going to have a bank bag here. It's from my bank, so that I can just pull these dimes right in. And then open the next one. So we'll hold on to a few things we find, just to keep it interesting. Because, you know, from what I know about these is these boxes can be completely hit or miss. You'll find absolutely nothing quite a lot. So that messes up my chance of finding an edge, I guess. Guess we're gonna have to look closer. Throw that away. And bring that back up. Okay. Okay. Let's go through these. 22. There's a 65. 89. I'll look for 82s. And then obviously anything older than the Roosevelt nickels. 66. 7. One thing I didn't check was if all San Franciscos are proofs. Let me check that real quick. Proof. Looks like it. Okay, that makes it easier so I don't have to look close for any San Francisco mint marks without them standing right out pretty obviously. So 11. To 67. Someone took a bite out of it. 76. 18. 98. 87. It's an 82. So I guess there's weak and no mint marks on some of these. We're gonna have to zoom this in quite a bit to do dimes, huh? That looks like a pretty strong mark to me. And 23. So nothing in that one. And the nice thing about dimes is they're incredibly light, so it makes it taken back to the bank a lot easier. It's an 80 something. Let's see if I can hold on to them this time. Show them to the camera. Don't see any silver. Not in that one. $81, $79. Pull my mat up to the edge so I don't hit my desk every time. There we go. Right into the bag now. $87. Another 65. That's an 85, or 82s. It's a very worn one. Is that 08? Looks like an 8. It's not a 9, right? Yep, it's an 08. Take the 9s when they come. 96. It's another 08. 77. 86. 75. Enders look pretty normal here. Don't see anything crazy there. Don't know till you look though. 84. 07. 92. 67. 2002. 93, 20, another 82, but that's a pretty strong mid mark. 2000 and 11. Nothing there. Don't see any silver there. $97. That's an 04. Nothing in that one. That's a 24. It's very dirty. It is a 24. Oh, another one right behind it. That one's nicer. It's a 74. $65. 87. Ooh, wait. Oh, it's a 19. I thought it was an 09. 23. Oh. Everywhere. Some went in the bag too. That sucks. Oh, well, no silver went in there. I'll have to find that. Whoops. I'll have to find that dime that went on the floor later too. Gotta be more careful when opening these. Excuse me. Oh, 08. And 21. Let's try not to get this all over the place again. Don't see silver. $82. It's got a mark. That one's painted. $11. Another 82. Just ruined them. The color on this one. That's pretty nice. 22, 2000, 99, and 05. $79, $75, $89, $77, that just looks nice. It's an 83. Another 65. Again. All right, last one of the row. Just counting them. I'm not going to keep them. If I do, I'm going to be down a couple dollars by the end of this. If there's nothing in here, I'm going to get all my money back. Try again. $77. $95. Did it again. I have to get, I did this all the time when I started nickels and, well, especially pennies. The smaller they are, harder they are to maneuver. 1967. 2001. Another painted one. Just noticed it's a bit better. It's 82. Looks okay to me. I see a 2024. There. Take that. Don't think it's low mintage on the dimes, but hold on to them. Just in case. Oops, I want to go that way. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Looks all clad to me. And there's a dark one in there, but it's probably just burnt. Ooh, it's nice. It's actually, like, toned. It's pretty cool. Gotta pick something out to stay entertained here. $20. Looks unusually shiny. Just the angle. A lot of new stuff. I think it might be more efficient to look for silver in half-dollar and quarter boxes. found one. Get a date off of you? Probably not. Yeah, it's an 80 something. Whoops. Oh, 2. So I didn't do. I didn't light my lucky candle yet. Hold on. Let's get that going. See if that helps. I'm gonna have to raise this a little bit. It's just very in my way. There we go. Nothing there. Nothing. See a rounded edge in there. Actually don't know where that was. Something crazy though. Probably. Today I got up early for work, as usual. Drove all the way up there. My family runs a shop. I do the books and a bunch of the work and stuff like that. And drove in there to open up, look at the book, see what the appointments were for the day. And that's when I realized, I looked at everything, saw that there was nothing to do. There were messages on the machine, so, got back to those and called everyone back, set up some new appointments for later in the week, but nothing to do that day. So it was weird. I drove all the way out there to go to work. Got there, opened up, I fired everything up, checked the book, and sure enough, hey, nothing to do. It's like, well, I guess I'll go home. Then on the way home, I realized, I gotta do something today. I'm just gonna be bored out of my mind. So I was gonna stop at, the bank. I did bring a bunch of my coins with me in the morning, knowing that when I was done with work, I gotta exchange some of these for cash. And I did that. On the way home, I stopped at another bank that had the machine and turned them all in, filled up their nickel bag completely. They were nice enough to come help me out, empty the bag for me. Which I always feel guilty about, because I'm coming in there with thousands of coins. Just asking them, hey, by the way, I filled your machine again. You mind coming on out here and pulling these bags out for me? Getting them out of here. But every time they say they don't mind, but I still feel bad. Like, no, it's part of our job. Like, yeah. Doesn't mean I want to make you come out from behind the counter. That's some color, huh? 75. Drop that one too. I'm dropping everything. I felt bad about that, but they insisted it was okay. I finished cashing in my coins, got my money and left. And then I was gonna stop at, the thrift store, or a couple of them, consignment, whatever. Which I did end up. There was one on my route to and from work. I still hadn't tried. So I said, alright, well, I got the time. I'm gonna stop and have a look. See what they have. Pulled in the parking lot. Of course, I was too early. Like, oh, okay. What else am I gonna do? So I looked up the other ones I was gonna go to, and sure enough, they all don't open until later too. So I guess none of those stores are really open early in the morning, which is a shame, but it was okay. So I decided, that's fine. I'll go home. I'll get changed. I'll get out of my work clothes, because I looked pretty raggedy anyway. If I was going to be hanging around some stores all day, I might as well put some somewhat more socially acceptable clothes on. At least ones that didn't make me stand out. So yeah, I went home, got changed, 82 fully, is that? That's a pretty strong mark. Got home, changed my clothes so I could, be more ready. Because at that point, I'm like, well, got a couple things around the house I can do, so I tidied up. I still had some boxes from Christmas laying around, so I was able to break those down, get them out to recycling, and actually, take some stuff out of bags and boxes that I had gotten for Christmas that I hadn't bothered setting up yet. So it was nice to do all that, get that stuff out of the way of sitting around. So now it feels like there's a lot more room around here, which is nice. 2, 1. And it gave me a little bit of time to, put the proper clothes on and get ready for going out for the rest of the day. So after all that, it's around lunchtime, so I said, alright, better go out now so I can go get some food out on the road somewhere while I hop between these stores. And first stop was all the way back to the very first one that I stopped at but didn't but it was closed when I got there. This time though, it was open because I was there during open hours. Finally, another painted one, a bunch of different colors. See a nicely toned one there. 67. It's an 07. It's a nice color. So yeah, finally got to a store when they were actually open. This one was it was more considered thrift, just donated items getting thrown on the shelves and whatnot. And this one, actually, the stuff in there was one of the cheaper ones than some of the other ones that were closer to me, like down the road. So it was interesting going through there, looking at all these prices, like, wow, this is even cheaper than my normal thrift stores experiences. We're talking like 50 cents for most things, apart from, giant coats and whatnot. So started looking around, and I look for things that I can resell, anything like that, anything that's got some value that I can pick up for cheap. So I was able to get a bunch of DVDs, some box sets. Had my eye on these, like full box set of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but that was actually priced, correctly. They wanted like $30 for it. It was nice. It was in nice packaging and all that, but I don't really watch it, so it doesn't do me any good if I can't sell it for money. So skipped on that one. Kept looking around. Found some other DVDs though. Couple old PC disc games, older PC disc games. Yeah, the original, what was it called? The Battlefield 1942 complete edition there, all completed. Had the instructions, all the add-ons and whatnot in the box. So that was pretty neat. And checked the discs, nothing was scratched, so I picked that up, 50 cents for that. And what was the other game? It was, it was Civ 5, PC as well. I got that for 50 cents. A couple other more popular movies, you know, the Hunger Games movies, some of the Spider-Man ones. Things like that. Things that I knew, if they weren't scratched, someone out there was going to buy them. And for 50 cents, and you get them for 50 cents, you sell them for $5 to $10 even. You're making all your money back and then some. And then lots, I should say. It's an 08, yeah. The other thing I look for there, which I was able to find this time, was old silver, plated silver, like silverware, plated trays, plated cups, anything like that. I find it fun to decipher the markings on those things to determine what it's made out of, who made it, history behind it. It's just fun, good fun. I ended up finding a bunch of silver-plated knives. I think they were all in this, it was in the corner of the store. They were all in this tote or bin. I think it was one of those, not fiber, but it's kind of, what's the best way to describe it? I guess kind of fabric bin, not the, is that the best way to describe it? It's like fabric. It was solid, but it was, soft, I guess. Doesn't matter. Anyway, there's a bunch of silverware in it. A lot of old silverware, ornate stuff. Most of it's stainless. Made in China, stuff like that. But there was some interesting things in there. As I dug through it, I found one of these knives that looked like it had a tarnishy color to it, like from that silver would have. Looked around on it a bit more. Found that it was made by what was the company? WG. It's gonna kill me. I can't remember. It had this company on it. Oh, hello. Is that real? Is that what I think it is? There we go. 2009. The hunt gives us something. We'll take it. It's not silver, but at least it's somewhat rare. So anyway, yeah, I found one of those knives and determined that it was silver, plated at least, but everything in that bin was 50 cents. So at that point I'm like, okay, it's definitely worth it anyway, and if I don't take it, someone else is going to. So I grabbed the one and dug around a little bit to see if there were any other ones, and this was a deep bin. Like it was stacked high. Like there was a lot of silverware built up. They just kept dumping it in and dumping it in, layer upon layer. So I had to dig, but I ended up finding, I think, 7 in total, for 50 cents a piece. So that's not a bad deal at all. Then in that same hallway, when I was done grabbing all my silver up, I was walking along it. Something caught my eye out of the corner. It was a little tray, kind of like a serving tray or a display tray. One that you would put a bunch of I don't know, fruit in or lay out your cheese and crackers or whatnot. It looked kind of, the same thing, kind of plated silvery, had a light tarnish kind of look to it. Picked it up, you flip it around, and sure enough, made by the same company. Solid plated silver. And that tray was it $2 or something like that? And it was big. It was something like this, maybe, not bad at all. Let's pick that up, $2, no brainer. Was looking around at some other things. I did look in the jewelry and all that, trying to see if there's any. Everything was labeled like 50 cents or $1 in the jewelry, so most of it was costume, nothing too exciting. But I did look through it anyway, and took a look at a couple pieces, didn't see any markings, a lot of it was fake. Not too excited. There was one necklace, I think, or maybe it was a bracelet, that I saw markings on, but it didn't have any carat numbers or anything like that. It was a gold one. Well, it looked gold. Didn't have any carat marks on it, though. No manufacturer's marks, so I let it go. I let it stay. I probably should, pull the trigger on stuff like that when it's 50 cents, because at the very least, it's not much out of my pocket. But maybe I figured I knew what maybe I figured I knew better, and knew for sure in the back of my head that, that's definitely not gold, not silver. So I didn't end up buying that. I had a little pile I got a little something for me as well. I collect like board games, party games, stuff like that, and they had a Yahtzee Texas Hold'em kind of thing. It's like a bet in Yahtzee, I guess. Thought that was interesting, and for $4 you can't go wrong with that. So I picked that up. All those movies, DVDs, the silverware, the plate. And as I was going to check out, they keep, the way this place works is the whole time they're open, they're processing donations, stuff that comes in, and putting it out, pricing it and throwing it out on the shelves like that, wicked fast. So by the time I was done looking through everything, they already had like complete new stock going out. I didn't want to stay there all day. Didn't want to be a pain. So I was going to cut my, just say like, I'm leaving today. I was, the people running the store are super friendly, like incredibly friendly. So you feel more welcomed back when they're friendly. So I said, yeah, you know what, I'll come back another time, later this week or next week, something like that. Make it a habit, to stop in and check out what they have. And as I was going to check out, I saw something a few things that they pulled out. It was, or that they were pricing, about to put on it. There was there's four, of these Funko Pop things, and I don't collect Funko Pops at all. It's not my thing. But I know that people do. It's a 24. So I went over there and took a look at them at least, and two of them were characters that I was not even familiar with, and I keep up with what's popular, but I'm not obsessed by any of it. And two of them I didn't know about, so there's probably not much of a market for those. But the other two were both Disney, They were the Ursulas from the Little Mermaid. There was two. There was one. There was a rainbow one and the original, the plain one. So I asked the lady up there, and I said, "Hey, I just saw you took those out. What do you have for a price on these?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm gonna keep one of them." So I asked her which one she wanted to keep. I told her I was interested in the Ursula one. She goes, "Oh, I'll take. I wanted the rainbow Ursula." I'm like, "Oh, perfect. 'Cause I wanted the plain one." I see it as more of a one that works for everyone from a collectible standpoint. You know, if someone wants to collect all the Disney characters, this one wasn't anything. No add-on. It's the original. It's non-special, I guess. Picked it up for $3, and then looked it up out in the parking lot. It wasn't a super popular one, about $10, but still, you know, make your money and then a little bit. Everything adds up, so, and that's something I can get away with shipping for practically free. Anything that fits in those bubble mailers, anyway, you can get just shipped off pretty easy. 92, yeah. Shiny 06, huh? Where are you? 98. So that's what I picked up from that store. Super nice people. They have one of those, they give you this card thing. A punch card, you know, and you go get ice cream so many times, or the Subway punch card, something like that. They gave me one of those, and it was for every $10 you got a punch. $10 that you spend, you get a punch, and then when you spend, it must have been $100 or something. You can get a discount or something free. I didn't really read it. They're nice enough that you just go, yeah, sure, I'll take one. I could see myself coming back. Even though I'd already made up my mind that I was going to go back. So they gave me one of those. And, oh, yeah, I found out at checkout that all of those knives and the tray and stuff like that was actually on sale even further than 50 cents for the knives and $2 or $3 for the tray. All the kitchen stuff, I must have missed it when I walked in. They had a big old whiteboard there, standing whiteboard that said all kitchen related utensils and cups, plates, anything like that, sets, all that stuff was a further 20% off. So, oh, okay. So my 50 cents per turned into 40 cents, which, you know, when you get 10 things or so, you save $1. It's not that bad. Gotta look to save money anywhere you can, you know. So that was that shop. I felt pretty good about that, especially the movies and stuff, you know, for 50 cents a piece, you can't really go wrong. There's someone out there for all of it, especially if, you know, they're not scratched up or anything like that. So I felt pretty good about that. The next store down the road that I wanted to go to, I kind of knew that, I knew it was going to be a little bit more expensive. It was more consignment than thrift. I knew the people knew what they had, you know. They probably priced it correctly or even marked it up, so it's another 24. So I wasn't really I wasn't really expecting any amazing deals or anything like that. But I went in anyway because it was another store that I hadn't been in yet. It's right there in town on my way to work. Just never stopped in. So I said, all right, you know what, I'll have a look. Went in there, and right off the bat, which was a great sign, to the right of the door, in their little lobby area, there was a bunch of dollar bins full of stuff. Like, okay, now we're talking, speaking my language. Looked through it, grabbed a couple of movies out of there. They actually had some Blu-ray movies for $1, so you pick those up, absolutely, as long as they're not scratched, which I checked, and they were pretty good. I forget which ones I grabbed. Might have been another Hunger Games, and there was something else that was a bit more popular. I just don't remember what. Oh, it was the Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't remember which one it was. It might be the first one. But that was a pretty good find. Probably gonna toss all these toned ones, by the way, at the end. Just pulling them out for make it feel like I'm finding stuff. But anyway, yeah, grabbed those movies. I was happy with those for $1 right off the bat. There was a phone case still in the box, sealed. Grabbed that for $1. Those are easy to sell. What else did I find in there? I think that was it for the dollar stuff. So then I went into the rest of the store, and as I expected, you know, once you get past those bins, everything's a lot more expensive. It's much higher quality. Anything that was silver plated, they definitely knew about it. They marked them all up. They even like described them as silver plated, so you kind of knew there was no trick in these guys, or no bargains were going to come from this place, which is fine. You know, you can't get deals everywhere. You can try. But I walked around anyway, and I like, again, making my way to the board game section. Found a Monopoly in decent shape, good shape. It was one of the ones where they have like the credit card Monopolies now. I think it was one of those. I haven't opened it yet. I probably should have. All the sides were taped down to keep it all closed, but given the clear attention they pay to their stuff, I feel good about, you know, not getting shorted a bunch of pieces or anything like that. So they're the people to definitely go through it, make sure it's all there. So I wasn't too worried about not getting a whole set. And even if you don't, you know, so what? It's $5 for a game that, you know, retails at, they're like 50 or 60 brand new. So I'm not going to complain about that. So after the game, I look around at like the shoes and stuff. Again, they were very appropriately priced, so there's no money to be made there. Walked through the whole store and didn't really find much that was interesting to me. They had like jackets in there that were like $100 and plus. So not a thrifting environment, but I was happy with what I got so far. And then I stopped at they had jewelry in the case, you know, by the cash register. And then they also had a little table with other jewelry they deem less valuable, right? Not in the case. Bunch of necklaces, bracelets, earrings. Most of it was costume, and they knew that. But I said, you know what, I'll take a look at it anyway. I'll see if I can read some markings, stuff like that. So I started looking through it. I checked out, the first thing that caught my eye when I walked over that table was this super shiny, incredibly shiny, gold colored. Is that a 24? No idea what this says. I think it's a 24, but we're gonna send it away. Can't even read it. Immediately what caught my eye was this gold looking chain. It was a necklace, and it just looked super lustery and shiny, more than everything else there. So I said, I got time. I'll take a look at it, I'll dig it out. Finally got it off the rack. There's a bunch of other stuff in front of it. Saw the tag. It says $10 on it. So I'm like, okay, so they probably think this is costume or something junk, you know. Which is what I was expecting to find. But then, the next thing I notice is when you're looking at jewelry, stuff like that, where the clasp is, where you put it around your neck and clasp it shut. Where that clasp is, if the design is the same all the way around up to the clasp, like all the loops are exactly identical, and there's no flat spots anywhere, it's usually, with exceptions, usually not real. It's usually proper, whatever the word was I already had. I forgot it already. Theater show. Jewelry. But this one I noticed from even before I picked it up. I'm like, there's a shape, there's a flat surface right next to the clasp, like the very first loop. It's nice and flat, like where they could fit a punch on it or a mark. So I pulled it down, took a look at it. Sure enough, there was some writing there, something punched into it on the flat piece. Dropped them. There we go. And it was incredibly small. Like, I strained my eyes to look at this thing. And I'm glad I did, because I thought, the first thing I made out, I thought I saw a K, which is a good sign, you get a carat mark. Ended up looking, staring at this thing for a couple minutes, because it felt weird in the corner, just a guy, hunched over this necklace trying to read something on it. I had my glasses on too, still couldn't see anything. I gotta bring like a little magnifier with me when I do this stuff. That would have made it a little loop or something. Would have made it a lot easier. Anyway, I took a closer look at it and strained as hard as I could to figure out what this was. And at the end of looking at it, I was pretty confident it said 14 karat and GP, I think it was, gold plated. I don't think it's an F, which actually I have it, and I can stick it under my microscope to know for sure here. Why not? We'll grab it, take a look at it. I'm pretty sure it's a P. I have it right here. As you can see, it's shiny. It's real shiny. And what I was talking about is you look for these flat part of the clasp that has writing on it. So we're going to take a look at this under the microscope. While I have it here, why not? I'm going to put the clasp Let's unhook it first. Can't get that under there. That looks good. Zoom that in. There we go. Can see that much better now. $14 karat. It's going to rotate into the light. And now that we see it under the microscope, it's definitely a P and not an F for gold fill. So I was happy with this for $10. It's got some weight to it, but for being plated, you know, it's surface area of what is plated that's important. And if you look, because of how intricate this is, there's so much surface area. There's multiple loops being chained together. The whole a lot of this is surface area. So I'm pretty confident that there's more than, $10 of gold in here, which is why I felt confident buying it. So haven't done much more research than that, but it's got some good weight to it. I don't know what's inside it. I think I'll have to figure out who manufactured it first to see. But I'm pretty happy with it, that's for sure. I'm glad I found it. And I think if they knew it was gold plated, it would be in the cabinet up front with the rest of the gold plated stuff that I could tell, looking at it, that it was gold. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think I made out all right. So I gotta do a bit more research on it, and then if it's not worth much more than $10 for like the necklace itself, it's fine, because I'll just scrap the gold out of it, refine it. But I'm hoping to find a bit more jewelry first that's gold plated before I get a big enough batch together to actually refine it. But we will someday. After that, I was pretty content with that. So I was gonna go home. And I remembered there's a coin shop in town there that I don't usually get to go to because it's closed. As soon as I'm out of work, it's closed basically. But this time, I'm like, hey, I'm not working, so I should be able to get to it. Of course, I pull up to it, park, walk all the way up the street. It's freezing cold today. It's a good, 17, 18 degrees out with wind chill. So it was probably closer to, in the single digits, borderline negative with wind chill. Not fun at all. Walk all the way up Main Street because you had to park far away. It's not much on-street parking there. It's a busy part of town. And get up to the door and closed. Closed because for some reason they are closed on Tuesdays. And only Tuesday. They're open every other day of the week. So, whatever. Can't have everything. But they had some cool coins that before I started doing this I saw, but I didn't know anything about what I was looking at, so I don't dip my toes in waters I don't know when it comes to lots of money, so so I usually looked, was amazed, and walked away. Didn't usually buy anything. I mean, I had been buying 1 ounce silver pieces for years, but I didn't know enough to go into actual rare coins or anything like that. So I walked away, sad. But I'll have to go on a weekend, because now that I kind of understand coins a bit better, I definitely want to go back, see what they have, see what they're selling stuff for, and see what they have that I have picked out of circulation so far. When it comes to buffaloes and low mintage nickels, rarer ones, proofs, you know. I'm sure they don't sell too many of them, because what's going on there? That's weird. I set that aside. 1597. So yeah, definitely gotta go back for that. See what he has. I remember meeting him a long time ago. I brought him some gold to sell. I don't think I ended up selling it. He wanted to buy it for way under spot. And I said, nope, not going to do that. And it was a good choice, because now, in the last few years, it's gone up quite a bit. It's worth way more than I would have sold it for then. So I'm happy with holding out there. Still a cool shop. They're like a, it's an antique place, technically. Really, marked up stuff. It's for the rich people to thrift shop, But it's still cool. I like going in there. They have some neat stuff. A lot of vintage advertisements. I like picking those up when I can. And the vintage toys as well. Stuff that, sells like hotcakes for a stupid amount of money. It's cool to look at it, though. For now, we're stuck looking through dimes. No end in sight. I mean, one barber and I'll be happy. This will all be worth it. But out of the so many billions of these in circulation, I'm not too optimistic about my chances there. I know they're out here though. I know they're here. I have a better chance of finding silver than one of those. But this was more of an experimental run anyway. I just wanted to get a feel for dimes, and see what it's all about. See how hard they are to see. 66. When I'm done with this box, I'm definitely going to do a couple nickel rolls. I still have some lying around. I got to get rid of them, so we're going to do that. That, or actually I have half a penny box I still haven't done. I'm going to do that. That's got to be... Nothing I find is going to count towards this year. I haven't started doing my penny hunts for the year. I have all the boxes. I just haven't... I haven't started looking through them. I'm going to do those on stream. And maybe make videos out of those, but I haven't gotten to that yet. I have all of thousands of pennies here to go through. But I wanted a little change of pace. We've been doing nickels for the past couple days in a row. Went through a couple thousand nickels over, Monday and the weekend. So I wanted to look at something else for a little bit. I mean, nickels are super fun. Definitely my favorite coin to look through so far. So many different things you can pull out and collect. In fact, I have so many just strewn over my desk here that I still need to organize, get figured out. But we'll get to it. And I still have to keep filling my books, so. It's an 8. That's something I should do too. I think I have so many coins to compare to pick the best one to go in the book that it is taking forever for me to actually get them filled out. But once I get that figured out, it's going to be a lot easier after that, because then for each hunt I can just compare the best to the one in the book, and I don't have to compare them to anything else. It's going to make it a whole lot easier. So maybe that's what I'll do after we're done with these. Let's just try to get this book sorted out, so I can start, actually filling it in. Nice dark one here. And we're only a little bit into the year, and we already have some pretty good key dates and super low, super hard to find coins. So I'm happy with that. Found a 39S, about 6 million, I think. It's not a bad thing to find. And found a 77 and an 81 proof. Found them in circulation where they're not supposed to be. So that's cool. Those are about, I think one was 3.2 million, the other one's 4 million. Nice and hard to find, so got those out of the way. They're both in the same box too. Someone must have dumped them in circulation. There's a 24. I think we're going to have to wait until about April to start seeing some. It's a really nice 89. April to start seeing some 2025s in circulation. But when that day comes, it's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to be flying through nickels, definitely picking those out. But it's going to be another low mintage year. It's best to get on it as soon as possible. Last row. Not pulling this apart too well. Still no obvious silver. But then again, my luck for silver this year has been down the drain. Haven't even been able to find 35% silver in nickels. But my very first nickel box I ever looked through had 11 silver nickels in it. And I thought, wow, this is awesome. Looking through nickel boxes, that's the way to go. Not knowing that that was a rare exception, not the rule. What are you? 93. So I was a little bit spoiled, but we're coming back down to reality now. It was fun while it lasted. I think there was 2 buffaloes in that too. So I was very happy with that box. Found some buffaloes recently too, so I can't complain. And you know, those proofs, foreigns. Found a Japanese yen. It was pretty neat. I'm sure it's not rare, but come on, in Northeast Connecticut, in a bank box of nickels, a 1968 50 yen piece. I don't think you see those every day. At this point, there's obviously no silver. We're just looking for 09s. Or anything that looks cool. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do any dimes after this. This is not fun. Quarters is something I want to try next, so that might be what we do. But the nice thing about dimes is they're super light and they all fit in one bank bag from the same box. So turning them back in is very easy. Look at that. $22. Thought it was a 4. So, hopes are low for silver, but, you know, maybe there's something. Can't give up yet. Still a couple rolls. Whoa, you are messed up. Not really keeping the bad ones, though. Not for nickels. We're doing bad nickels, but not bad dimes. These are only a little bit bigger. Be able to fly through these a bit quicker. I can see them. But that's okay. What else did I do recently? Well, that was today. I went around those shops. I did try to return stuff to Lowe's that I bought like 6 years ago. Put it on the counter and said, I bought this 6 years ago. And they said, I'm going to stop you right there. We ain't taking that back. I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, yep, 6-month return unless you have the special card. Then it's a year. And I said, oh, okay, alright, thanks, bye. Tried to convince them they were splitting hairs, but they weren't buying it. It's alright, though. It's just stuff that's going to sit around until I eventually find a use for it, and then I'll say, oh, it was all part of the plan and never want to get rid of them. I knew I'd have a use for it someday. Yada, yada, yada. Something like that. But over the weekend, I went to this natural history museum, which I had not been to a good museum years and years and years. So I went to it. It had, well, it's natural history, so they got like dinosaur bones and all kind of fossils and stuff like that, a bunch of rocks. It was pretty cool, and they had like 3 levels to it, and you could, when you first walk in, you got the main level. It was like mammals and stuff like that, not prehistoric, I guess, but extinct stuff that they've had bones for, like woolly mammoths and these giant elk things and saber-toothed cats. Yeah, they were all like kind of, it's just this gigantic room with those pedestals in the middle, and then they had stairs going up and then stairs going down. So upstairs they had more really early life stuff, like you get the fossils of these worms and stuff, or bacteria, whatever they're called. All these animals growing legs and walking up on land, stuff like that. A bunch of stuff I did not understand really, but it was fun looking at the fossils. And they had, so the way it worked is along the walls in there, they had a ton of drawers. Like, drawers are about, I don't know, 1.5 feet wide or so, and a couple inches tall, stacked 3 on top of each other along the whole wall of the room. So there's dozens of these drawers just along the wall on each floor. And each drawer is just all kinds of fossils and information, things you can look at. It was pretty neat idea to have, people be able to open these drawers and it being a surprise, what you're looking at. I think it's a better way for your audience retention, especially if there's younger kids maybe going there. It's a way to keep them entertained, wanting to open the drawers and seeing what's inside. Because Natural History Museum, yeah, there's some stuff to look at, but a lot of it, you don't know what you're looking at until you read. So yeah, a lot of reading, and luckily the people I went with, they don't mind the reading either. I'm the person who wants to sit there and read all the labels and figure out what I'm looking, try to understand what I'm looking at, But it's a pretty cool place, and they had this, gigantic, it stuck out to me the most, gigantic, like, elk thing. Prehistoric, not prehistoric, but it was a mix between a deer and a moose. They called it something, an elk, some kind of elk. Did not look like an elk. It had moose antlers and a deer body. That's exactly what it was. And you look at the thing, the bone structure of this thing, because obviously, they're not taxidermied, not stuffed animals in there or anything. They're just the bones, and they show you what the bone structure looked like. But you see the antlers on this thing, and you're thinking, like, geez, these are gigantic. Like, these have to weigh very heavily on this creature. And its spine was pretty small. I mean, it was still gigantic compared to a human, but you look at the size of the antlers and you look at the size of the spine. But then I'm thinking, like, well, you look at the size of our spines and then the size of our gigantic heads, and maybe it's not as bad, but most of us don't carry around 150, 200 pounds of antlers on our head. So I just thought it was interesting. So, when looking at the bone structure of these museum pieces, you're thinking these things had to have some serious muscle that we're not seeing. Neck muscles galore. To be able to hold their gigantic heads up. Well, even, the head is small, but hold all that weight on top of it without falling over or kinking their neck all the time. 96. Oh, it's 24. So, that thing was cool. They had the mammoth down there, the bone structure of the mammoth. Is that a 9? That looks like a 9. Heyo, found another one. It's not a bust, not a complete bust. No idea what you are. You got worn away pretty darn good, huh? But the mammoth is cool, You realize just how big those things are. And then along the wall, they had all these tiny little animals. They all look like cats, Their bones all look like cats anyway. It's messed up. Look pretty nice, but... So to me, those were all cats, but they tried telling you otherwise. And I'm thinking while I'm there and talking with the person I went with, and I said, if I ran a museum, a natural history museum, how many people could I convince that the bones I put out there are not cat bones, right? When I just put cat bones out, or dog skeleton, right? Because you think about it, they have these skeletal structures laid out there for you, and the skull is kind of telling, but most of them, they just look feline or, like dogs. Something weird there. That is a dime. So I'm thinking, if I had a natural history museum, how many people could I convince, like, how many cat bones could I put on the wall and just convince people that they're dinosaurs, That's interesting. Surely it's not that hard, because they have those little, artists' impressions or mock-ups, of what the dinosaur would have looked like based on its bone structure and all that. Which I find, funny, because it's like, I'm sure there's some, real smart evidence out there that I don't know about, where how they figure this out, how they figure out what the muscle structure of these animals was, Should I say 2? Damn it, that's a 7, isn't it? Yeah, got excited. I'm sure they have ways of figuring out exactly what those muscle structures looked like, and if they had fur and wings and whatnot. But I like to think that I could probably trick most of the general public into thinking that cat bones are dinosaur bones if I told them. I don't think that would be too hard. Ethical? Maybe not. Socially acceptable? Unlikely. Funny? Absolutely. Very funny. You want to go to the Natural History Museum and see all those dinosaurs? That are definitely not cats. There you go, kiddo. Come look at the cats. Dinosaurs, So yeah, that was on the main floor, and then the downstairs had all the little stuff before dinosaurs. And then the top floor, or bottom floor, had all of the footprints dinosaur footprints and stuff, which was pretty cool. It was cool to walk around those, and they had ones you could walk on as well. Walk with the dinosaurs, you know, that kind of thing. It was pretty cool. I had a good time there. And they had these, you know, actual dinosaur bones there, and I remember looking at some of these and standing next to what was, you know, some T-Rex bones. They didn't have all of it. They just had the foot and the femur and stuff like that. I remember standing next to that thing, and I was staring at it for a couple seconds, and then it finally just clicked. I'm like, oh, this is just the leg. And it's gigantic. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to a natural history museum before, or have just seen, you know, the true scale of these bones. But I stood next to those, and for a solid couple seconds, you know, 20 seconds or so, just admiring this thing, and sitting there, I finally think to myself, like, oh, this is actually huge, like ginormous, gigantic, hugiantic. And then you realize it's just the leg. So you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't want to be around any of these things for real, because, wow, when the leg is the size of the mammoth you were just looking at. Like, oh, okay. Yep, definitely the better time to be alive here, I'd say. Not gonna complain about that. What kind of date we got on this? 4. Looks like a 4. It's 24. Seeing how easy it is to pull these 24s out, probably just going to throw them all back. Not too interested in them. They don't seem that hard to find. And, you know, unlike the nickels, they not technically a low mintage year for dimes. So I'm not too worried about throwing them right back. But, 67, yeah. Oh, almost done. This was the last roll, by the way. I should have said something there. Okay. And 66. Whole lot of nothing, that's for sure. But, you know, everything fits in one bag. That's nice. Okay, we're going to throw all the 65s back. Don't need those. 65s, I'm going to throw the 2024s back. 2009s, those I know are low vintage. We got some painted ones. I guess these were ones I thought looked good. Check. Oh. I mean, yeah, but I'm not really making collections of these. I'd rather have the money back, I think. I mean, that's a real nice 89. Maybe I'll keep that one, because that's, those are the 24s. Yeah. Oh well. That one's cool. 209s. That one's got color. Get that one back. That's something. Not enough color. So, pick some interesting stuff out. 09s are definitely the only thing of actual value there, if you can call it value. These aren't too special at all, but there you go. That's the dime box, empty. So that's some personal trash I threw in there. Can close this up. Get rid of that box. Oh yeah, there's still some dimes all over the floor that I dropped. This one is 2012. There's one over here. Oh, and a bunch of paper. This one's a 2000. Got two here, or one here. Another 2000. I got one way under the desk. It's an 89. Pretty okay looking, but my other one's an 89, and it's much nicer. So, same mint mark too. So yeah, pretty disappointing. Not gonna lie. Don't think I'll do more dimes, but although it is nice having them fit all in one bag. So, oh well. Let's see if I can close it. I mean, it fits, but just barely. Sorry, bag full of them. $250 in that bag. Just about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We took exactly $1 out, so should get $99 back. Alright. Might switch over to some pennies here. These are cool. Since I don't really have anywhere to put them for now, I'm gonna... Don't I have a little box around here somewhere? I think I do. I do. It's, just gonna dump them all in here. Take a look at them, and if I decide to do more with those. For now, they're away. The other thing I want to do is grab a paper towel and wipe down this desk area, because my hand is black from touching this mat. Let's go. Let me go wash my hands. I should clarify that. Not really wash my hands, but more see if I can wipe this down a little bit. It doesn't show up too dirty on the cloth, so I guess that's nice. Maybe I'm not getting contaminated as much as I thought. We'll crack some pennies open. One thing I want to do with pennies is actually start collecting the copper. I've got a box here. Got a box of pennies here. I'm gonna get this in a more proper place. Get a more wide shot going here. These are Loomis wrapped penny rolls. I found some good stuff here. I've been looking for small date wheat pennies, obviously. 09s. I was pulling out 24s, probably won't but keep doing that. But and then I heard about some varieties in 14, 15, 18, 19. I don't know if I'm going to bother looking for them though. Because I think they're just incredibly rare. Let's change the stream title bust. Switch to that. Let's change that to not that. There we go. Do a penny. Times suck. Hunting penny rolls. Let's go. Make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Dimes suck. So, already got some copper here. We're going to be pulling that out. Let me just confirm the cutoff for copper, just because I don't remember. Copper penny cutoff date. I guess 1982. So we're going to be, looking up to 82. We're going to take a quick bathroom break. Alright, we're back. So I know there's some varieties that you can look for in more of the modern shield nickels, or shield pennies. But I think they're so rare I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna go with what I can actually find. I'm gonna grab a jar for the copper. Whoops. Careful now. Okay. And we're gonna, as we go, I'm gonna put the copper in here. And you know what? Just for fun, we'll do a weigh. I have 30 rolls of this stuff. Let me go grab my scale. And if I remember right, this box was actually treating me pretty well with the wheat cents and other finds, so I got some good hopes for it. 0 grams there. This weighs 274. We'll write that on here. That's kind of legible. It actually shows up better on the camera than it does for me. Alright, 275, whatever. It might be rounding at that point. Let's turn that off. And I said turn off. There it goes. Alright. So we got the copper jar. Let's get into this. Crack on in. Alright, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a bit of a list here. 55s, obviously. I think my bottom list here is 60, 72, all the 80s, 92, 95. Primarily. And now we know that anything 82 and newer, we are going to throw in the jar. Or 82 and older, yep. Throw it in the jar. So, these already look way better. There's actual old copper in it. You know, we got a good chance for wheat pennies. I'm excited. Any Wheaties pop out at me right away? Don't think so, but we'll let it be a surprise. You never know. I gotta make a quick thumbnail for this because the thumbnail is still gonna be the nickels. So if everybody don't mind hanging out for a second here. I think I have this pretty, down to a science now. So make a copy. There we go. The last time I did this, I got rid of my old thumbnail by accident. So, oops. Not crop. Okay, so let's see how fast I can do this. Let's go to adjust the color edit. There we go. Nice. Pennies we're gonna keep red. Just because most penny boxes are marked like in a red color. That's why the dimes were green. Okay. Pennies. And we'll get rid of our mercury dime. Let's get a nice wheat cent, huh? Penny wheat cent. Image. Get a nice blazer, maybe 1909. Actually, this 33 looks beautiful. I like this photo. Save image as just yeah, anything, I guess. And we'll do this. Let's add design. Is it elements? No, uploads. Upload a file. Wheat cent. I have the upgraded version of Canva, so it can remove the background. It is amazing. Let's duplicate that. Crop the try to leave the full photo there. Crop that edge there. Crop this edge to there. That looks pretty nice. I'll just scale them down. Like 300. Nice. That looks good. Scale this one down. 300. That should be relatively, nope. There. That looks good. Alright, so now do this, rename it. Pennies, live, share, download. Change to that. save. Also edit and change that to pennies. Save it. Alright. So now that's all saved. Perfect. So now all the stream thumbnail and stuff should be updated. Okay. Let's play with this for a second. Get it all figured out here. That'll be alright. I'm also going to get rid of this, or I'll just change it. Notepad. Make a new one. What I'm looking for. I should have had all this pre-made, but I haven't done pennies yet, so yeah. Up to 82. Copper. We're looking for some DDOs, DDO, and DDRs. We're looking for 8 cents, 2009s, and I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else I'm missing? Don't think so. Save as. Penny hunt list. Save. Now let's see if this is more friendly when I change this. Save. That's not bad actually. Alright. Let's have a look, huh? So we're gonna go copper over here. That's really nice copper, isn't it? It's a 90. 82, we're gonna be looking for small date on 82s. That's a large. 83s have a double die on 1 cent. This one doesn't. Oh 06, 95. Obviously, we're gonna look for. Wait, which one was 95? Hold on. It's not the close AM. What was it? Is it just a double die? It might be double die. 95. It's a double die obverse. Yeah, God we trust. Double die. And it's not there anyway. 18. And obviously anything really, really nice, we're going to take a look at. The 84 has a double ear. On that one, we'll get back in the swing of this soon. 22. Now I gotta get used to pulling coppers out. I'm not used to it. 76. 80. Was that an 80 small date, large date too? Or was it just 82? Just 82. 82, a small date, large date, yeah. Copper. Where are you? It's an 83 for the double die. That's a 3. Oh, hey, there's a wheat cent. Must have missed it. We fanned it out. Well, that's good. It's more fun to find them like this as a surprise. What's the year? 1958. We'll take it. Not hard to find, but it's a wheat cent. Not going to complain about that. 20. That's a 69 Denver. Look at the color on that thing. Can you see that? Look at that. That's pretty neat. That's just a cool find. 95 again. 95. In God We Trust. That would have been a nice one to have it on. It's in good shape. It's okay. 84. Show me the ear. Nope. 94. 66. Whoa. Someone wasn't happy with this one. It's a shield cent though. 66 again. 91. Over here. Let's try not to get them mixed up. 94. We are looking for 92s and 95s in the 90s. That's an 83. The double die down here. Oops, this side. Nothing crazy there. 67, 76, 21, 07. It was an 82. It's a large date though. So I think I have to, until I know if all 82s are copper or not, I'm going to put 82s up here and then copper here. 72, I have to look for something on that, I know that. 72 is a double die up here too. That's not there. That's an 08, 13, 05, 20, 22, 2005, 23, and 17. Okay. I guess I'll put those in this. I'll go in the bank bag. Copper we'll leave over here until we have a bunch. We'll put them in the jar all at once so I don't keep making a ton of noise. So cool, got a wheat penny in that one. We'll take it. It's already better than our dimes. This is way more fun. I feel like I'm doing something and not just mindlessly searching for no reason, you know? Wonder if I should zoom this in. Maybe we can try that. See what it looks like. If I zoom you in right here where I'm working, maybe see these a bit better. Just gotta keep it back here. 85, another like rainbow one. The other nice thing about pennies is I don't feel bad about just picking them out. This zoom's not gonna work though. Since they're, you know, since they're only worth a cent, you know, I have to take 100 out before you really notice, you know. Another 95 there. A lot of these 95s. Nothing there though. Just make sure that's what I was supposed to look for. Yep. 20. There's a 92, right? Yep. So for these, you look at America, and if the A and the M are touching, you got a very rare coin. It's a cool color, but it's all beat up. 98, 22, 20, 87, 2000, 84. There's a lot of these weird colored ones. The ear there, nothing. 17, 15, 19. Like, look at these. It's like they got a bunch in an oil spill or something. Look at that, 86. That's nice. It's just a nice one, you know. 76, that's copper. 1980. I think 80 has large and small dates that I wasn't really looking for, but I probably... Or wait, do we just have this conversation? We did. It does not. 1980. It's copper. 2005. It's another rainbow one. 79. Rainbow. Pretty nice. Let me just go through them at the end. 60 Denver. 95. It's all these nice looking coins, man. Never find these. A nice 76. Might be a collection one. 91. So 1971. Nothing special for us, just copper. 68, beautiful 68. That's a collection, 68. Not even that. 89. 16. These are all just weird colors. 84. No ear there. 1000. 1980. 84 again. We definitely got the oil spill batch. 2020. Yeah, all these are Maharashtra. 75. There's a 63. 84 again. Check his ear. 16, 96, 14, 92. Check for AM. That'd be a nice specimen to have it on. That would be a very nice specimen. It's on both A and D, so no chance either way. And 77. Nice. See 76 on that end and a 2020 something on this one. Let me fix this. Go over my table a bit more. Damn it. There we go. These roll look real nice for copper. I was debating, you know, pulling out copper when I started, but I didn't end up doing it. I probably should have. 75. 20. 19. 75. It's also hard to read because they're all filthy. 85. 85. 14. 90. 91. 79. Again with that color. Just gonna toss them, can't keep them all. 79, 11, 13, 97, 83. On that one, whoops, 82 is the cutoff. 15, 94, again, Wicked Rainbow. 93, don't need that one. 75, again with the rainbow. 73. Oh, hello. This one got punched way off to the edge. It's kind of looked weird, but look at the rim there, the thickness of that compared to that. Let's see if there's any other doubling here, just in case. Just because it's not one that's supposed to be doubled, doesn't mean it's not. You got something going on there. Is it die wear or doubling? Keep that off to the side, we'll take a look at that later. 70, 94, 1964, 88, there's an 82, large date. 91, 81, blazing 78, 96, 94. Yeah, because they're so dirty, I can't fly through these like I usually would. I gotta actually catch the light in the right spot. That's an 83, so check here. No. 84, check the ear. Nope. It's an 80 something, but it's beyond legible. 20, 76. Okay. Copper pile's doing pretty nice. Not bad. Only 4 rolls in here. This is roll 4. Come on. I didn't split this one nice enough. So yeah, actually, going back to that Natural History Museum story, there's a whole other section I didn't even talk about yet. Along the, it's like when you walk in the door, but you had the whole room, but then you can go out another door straight to the left. And out that door, there's a long hallway along the back of everything, along the back of the whole place. And the whole hallway was just stuff full of like the geodes and rocks and different minerals and all sorts of stuff like that. Meteorites at the end. It was a pretty cool hallway. That one I found probably more interesting than the dinosaur stuff. That's just me. That's a personal opinion. Wow, look at all these really rainbow coins. I mean, they're cool looking. I don't know if you can see that. This one's all corroded, but see that rainbow kind of effect going on there. It's a nice 81. But yeah, that hallway was cool. The person I went with was obsessed with the petrified wood, which was interesting. They were more excited about that over everything else. Hey, that's a wheat penny. I flipped that over, I saw 56, and like, oh, that should be that's a good date. 1956. Nice. That's wheat penny number 2. Focus camera. There we go. There's a 62. Good copper. I always like finding the blazers. They're really nice. That was a 79. That's copper. 75. 1980. 75. 89. 2000. 73. But yeah, walking through that hallway, and parts of it were pretty cool. There was I like the meteorite stuff, but they lit it off like horribly. Could barely see anything. We had to take flashlights out on our phones just to see that. The lights in that one section just were awful. The rest of the museum, it was great. But that one little area, they were horrible. But those are really cool. It's always nice to, it's always fun to see those. Is that a Denver? It is a Denver. 76. 13. But looking through the rest of the hallway, some of the other stuff is cool. I saw like the burst stone stuff is neat. It's always cool seeing those. And they had these cut open geodes. You can look inside. Gigantic turtle skulls, prehistoric turtles. It's a pretty cool place. It was actually it was a college campus museum, so I guess most of their stuff they had was found on expeditions that they used to go on. I don't know if they do stuff like that anymore, but because most of the photos were from expeditions in the early 1900s and so, back when the college was founded. It's not there. '74. 84. One of these days, it's going to be a nice rainbow one like that, and I'm going to get the double die on. 85. Should do like a rainbow book, apparently. I think I have enough here to do the book in one go. That's 83. Check it. This is super corroded. Even if it's something special, it's not going to be worth it. It might be copper, though. That looks like copper. Because of how corroded it is, you know. 76. It was an 82. It looks like a small date. Or a large date, yep. Not interested in that. Oh, these look really cool. Alright, let's see how close I am here. Nope. It's a 92. It's a 95. Right there. 83. It's most prevalent on the 1, so that's why I'm looking there. If it's not on the 1, it's most likely not anywhere else. That one's cool. 72. What was the 72 I'm looking for? Double die, right? Yeah. Not there. But it's copper. $89, $93, $65. Color on a lot of these is really, really good. $87. Ooh, look at that one. 1960. If only you were a Wheatie. 60 Denver. Nice blazer. 64. Really nice. 86, I think. 97 and 22. Put those away. Might just do a row of these. We're about halfway done with the row, and then I'll call it. Do some more tomorrow. Slowly make our way through the boxes. Put that away. Alright. They're so dirty. Can't see. 82. Hard date. 92. Not a good specimen to have it on. Good, it's not there. 94. 22. 83. Not on that one. 80. 94. 83 again. 92. Nope. 69 Denver. 78. 96. 2002. 89. 1000. This one looks nice. It's a 79. I'm gonna sneeze again. Sneeze over. 79 is pretty neat. It's a nice color. 93. No, I don't have anything for that. How does this color look under the scope? Color's just wild. Like, look at that. Definitely, like they gotta have been dunked in chemicals or something. 93 again. 98. 77. 93. 85. 6 is an 84. 79. 90. 59 Denver. I think that's first year, isn't it? Or maybe 57 is. 95. Oh, nothing there. 86. 11. 72. Good pile of copper going here. See how much we got at the end here. 4 more rolls and then we'll call it here. I'm gonna get to bed early so I can get up for work in the morning. I actually have work tomorrow. Not the going into work and finding out there's nothing to do kind of work. I'm talking going into work and actually being there for 8 hours. 10 hours probably, honestly. Oh, that was a 31. I thought that said 81 for a second. I was about to throw it away. This one's not in great shape at all. 1931. It's a wheat cent though. It's a 31. 1972. Out of curiosity, let's look at 31 Wheaties. $19 million. It's not too bad. Mint mark. Nope. Hey, that's a harder one to find. 19 million. We'll take it. Yeah, 81. 08. 79. 88. 1963. It's pretty nice. 84. Show me the ear. Nope. 95. Show me the double. Nope. 94. 87. 72. 90. We know the shields are no good. 81. 2000. Check them anyway, just in case. 1984. Okay, if that had the ear, wouldn't be happy. It was a junk one. Another one. Nope. 1961. Good shape. 95. 1963 Denver. 96. 16, 20, 93. It's a 1964. Pretty good shape. That's why I'm throwing it away. 84. Just the one ear there. 86. 69 Denver. Yep. 94. Another 69 Denver. 95. Nope. 96. Okay. I think the only downside of that museum trip was that it was an hour and 45 minutes away. On the bright side, we stayed for like 2.5 hours, so we stayed for longer at least than it took to drove there. Because if it turned out to be a bust and we were only there for like an hour, that would have kind of, sucked. Still cool. I would go back. Maybe not right away. I mean, I can wait a little bit before I have to go back. 94. Three. No. 72. Another 83. No. 75. 80. 85. Oh, it took me so long to read that. Some of these are not easy to see. At least that's my excuse. 92. It's close AM. Nope. One can dream. Can't get it till you look for it. Oh wait, that was a 72. This has a double die, I think. Yep, double die up here. Don't see it. Now you can go in the copper pile. $15. 83. Can't see it there. 75. 78. 79. Keep them coming. 74. 85. 95. Don't see anything there. 92. Not close enough. 97. There's an 82. Looks like a large date though. Yep. 74 and 84. Oh wait, I'm supposed to look for something on 84. Oh yeah, that's the ear one. Not there. Don't you worry, it's not there. Everyone calm down. Calm your pants. A lot of copper. That's what we like to see. Right off the bat. 75. 76. I see a Canadian. Always like those, even though it's modern. It's a 2005. I forgot they flipped this way. Queen Lizzie. 2005, we'll take that. Absolutely. 82 Blazer. Large date. Not a bad looking coin though. Not at all. 22, that's a nasty 22. 08. 70s. Someone dumped all their 77s in here. 92. 68. 80. 21. I don't know why I flipped the shields. Nothing I want is on them. I'll stop flipping the shields. 82. It's a large date. Not interested. 16. Another 82. Large date. Not interested. Shield. 14. 18. 96. Shield. 87. 1000. 82. Looks like a large date again. Yep. 1. 69. Denver. 92. That we can check. Nope. That can go away. But yeah, no, that place was pretty neat. I would probably go back. Definitely. I want to go to, what are those places called? What are they called? Not the natural history ones, but what's the normal history ones called? Just like the Smithsonian. Well, the Smithsonian is a natural history, isn't it? But the problem with this place was it didn't have any. It didn't have any history. It didn't have any human history. That's what I meant. It was all just dinosaur history, which isn't bad. You know, it's not an awful thing. But I like I like seeing that stuff too. You know, not just the dinosaur stuff. But I get it. I went to a museum of natural history. That's kind of what I signed up for. Can't complain. It was fine. It was cool. That is a small date, though. We will take that. A little bit harder to find. Just a little bit. I don't know if they're actually valuable, but I hold on to them. Just in case. Pretty nice 76, huh? 18. 68 now. There's an 82 again. That looks large. Nope, that one's small as well. Take that. So I guess we got through all the large. Now we're looking at smalls. Yep. Good stuff. 91. That's shield. 73. Put that away. 9, 10. There's a 95. This way. Nope, not that one. 90, 13, another 82. There we go, back to large date. 81, 80, 4, 92. Oh. Very corroded. 99. And no, wait. Okay. Loose penny in here. Uh-oh. 22. I'll do one or two more. No, I won't. We'll save them. This was good. I'm gonna grab my scale, put it up here, and we'll see how we did for Where did my writing go? Oh, it's so faint. Does the camera pick it up better? Not really. Luckily, we can just zero the scale. 274. One thing I do have to check is where did I put my phone? There it is, under everything. I do have to check. Pennies copper. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep. I guess I'll have to keep the 82 separate because some of these are not copper. I mean, some of them look obvious, but we'll just keep them separate for now. So let's zero that. This is going to be loud, so I'm going to turn this down. Okay, now if I... Oh, I'm really quiet. So yeah, if I talk up, it should be fine, but it's going to be loud. I missed a lot of that. That was horrible. It's quieter now though. It's got a backboard to, I've got a cushion to go against. There we go. 320 grams. Find the pounds. We have 11.3 ounces of them so far. 320. I wonder if I can make this any more easy to see. Ah, oops. Actually, my Sharpie doesn't even want to write on this. Might have to get a paint pen or something to write on that, but 320 grams or so. It's pretty good. Let me take this sticker off with a cap. It's not where I'm going to keep my copper permanently, but for now it is. Let's get rid of that. Throw that away. There we go. Turn that off. Get the copper pennies over here. We've got some nice ones, I guess you could say, rainbows. I'm gonna sneeze again. Okay. Turn me back up now. There we go. 3-week pennies in one row. That's actually, not bad. Which means we would have averaged 6 for the box. No, 24 for the box, which is darn good. Wait, no. I'm stupid. 12 for the box. There we go. So we shoot for over 10. This one has seen better days for sure. But this 1956 is very nice. And this 1958 looks good. Unfortunately, this is the 1931. Come on. Focus. There we go. Fortunately, that's the 1931, which is harder to find, and we get it in that kind of shape. But it's a wheat penny. We take it. So I'll do more of this box tomorrow. For now, I'm done. I'm happy with that. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta get ready for bed here and get up for work in the morning. So I'll have a good night.